That day, I was sitting alone in my room while studying all the data about the old fire that got my mom sentenced to 10 years in prison. Where could the evidence be? Then I was jolted awake by the sudden alarm clock. I quickly ran out of my room. 10 minutes later, my car stopped in front of the prison gate. It was the day I welcomed the most important person in my life back to me. Mom! And that's my mother, the poor woman who was wrongly arrested. I promised I would not let her suffer injustice any longer. Mom, it's time for us to take our revenge. Hi, I'm Caitlin, 18 years old. When I was small, I lived only with my single mom, but it changed when I turned 8. That year, she was framed and my family was separated in bitter tears. I definitely find the evidence to prove her innocence. It all began when my mom was 33. The crazy mistress of the mansion she used to work as a maid got so jealous of her relationship with her husband that she set fire to her own place and blamed it on my mom. My mom hated that witch so much that once, when she saw her in the newspaper, she bought all the newspapers at the store only to burn them at home. Rot in hell! You should have disappeared from this world! Caitlin, you must help me get revenge! For Mom, I swore to myself that I'd never stop until I made that devil go down in flames as well. I used to be a gentle, feminine girl who loved piano. Whenever I saw the pianist performing, I always wished to become an artist like them. However, for my mom, I abandoned that dream and tried to pursue medicine instead. It was to get into the Medtronic medical and pharmaceutical company of the devils who framed my mom. Once at 5 a.m., I arrived early at the library to study biology. As expected, it was empty inside, and I easily found the book I needed. When I was just touching it, suddenly a creepy hand popped out and scared me out of my wits. Ah! Who could be in the library at this hour? A boy panicked and quickly helped me up.
Yikes, are you okay?
You almost gave me a heart attack! He helped me up, then left in a hurry. Wait, he just took my book. Don't you dare!
What are you doing?
Give it back, you stupid bully!
Ahem. Edward asked to borrow it first.
At the librarian's explanation, I had to return the book to that boy and had no choice but to find another one. After searching in hopelessness, I asked the librarian for a copy of Edward's book. What?
It's the only book in the entire library.
Ugh, great. I was close to giving up, but suddenly a stroke of genius saved my day. Let's see. Folia, 7 meters high, opposite, estipulate. Wait, where did he go? Oh, how could I study then?
If you want to read it too, you should have told me.
Oops, how embarrassing. I was standing awkwardly when, surprisingly, Edward invited me to study with him. Although I was concentrating on the book, I still sneaked a peek at him every now and then. He was kinder and more handsome than I thought. The study session actually became more pleasant with him around. After we finished, Edward offered to take me home and said,
"See you at the library next week morning, early bird."
After he left, I noticed that he had accidentally dropped his student card. So he was 1 year younger than me. Interesting. When I went back inside, my mom was standing with her eyes wide open.
Caitlin, how did you know him?
I immediately told her what happened. Oddly, she gave me a satisfied smile.
Good. That will help you approach that family faster.
It turned out that Edward was the son of our enemy. What a pity. I actually started to like him. In the blink of an eye, my mom devised another plan, and to my horror, it involved me becoming Edward's girlfriend. I was completely taken aback by her outrageous decision. I really wondered if she cared about my happiness at all. Playing with someone's feelings was never okay to begin with. Due to that, I immediately refused my mom's request. But the look in her eyes weakened my resolve instantly.
I've lived in jail for so long. Don't you have pity for me?
Realizing that I was too selfish and didn't consider my mom's suffering, I decided to do as she said. After that, I asked Edward to spend more days studying together in the library. All the while, my mom was there to watch us. Edward was so nice to give me a lot of gifts. He even took me to a jewelry store and bought me many beautiful jewels.
This ring sparkles, just like your eyes.
His galantness, generosity, and my unusual shyness when I was with him, it all pointed to one thing. I had fallen in love with Edward. Thank God our feelings were mutual because after a long time later, he confessed to me.
Caitlin, I like you. Will you be my girlfriend?
I hesitantly admitted that I liked him too. However, I wasn't ready for us to be official. Once when we were in the library, I accidentally slipped and fell on his lap. The moment he was about to plant a kiss on my lips, suddenly I got a call from my mom.
So, have you gotten into his house?
Mom, can we stop this plan? I don't want to continue this anymore.
Why? Don't tell me. You like that boy for real?
Before I could answer, her next words were what truly shocked me.
That's great. You're a good match. Keep that up. Love you, sweetie.
That was so weird. Why did she seem so absurdly happy when her daughter was in love with the son of her enemy? While I was lost in the midst of the thoughts, Edward gently took my hand.
Caitlin, I'd love to invite you to have dinner with my family. Everyone will love you so much.
That sounded like a splendid opportunity for me to get closer to him and also to find the evidence. Without hesitation, I immediately agreed. When we got there, I saw a maid preparing the meals as Edward told me to wait in his room. Time for me to find out the truth about the year's fire. I sneaked into an office and rummaged through everything I could get my hands on. Nothing suspicious. I was stuck at a dead end when suddenly, a picture clipped in a book on the shelf softly fell down. What was that? When I looked at the photo, I was beyond shocked. I couldn't believe my eyes. The kid in that picture was me. What was happening? Why did Edward's mom hold me in that picture? Suddenly, a loud noise startled me. The woman in the photo had just fallen down from her wheelchair in front of me. Trembling, I approached her.
Who are you?
I'm the daughter of the woman who served 10 years in prison because you framed her. By this time, both Edward and his dad arrived. As soon as he saw the birthmark on my neck, Edward's dad ran to me with tears of joy.
You're my daughter, aren't you?
What do you mean? Seeing me panicked, they started explaining that I was actually their child who was kidnapped from birth. Worse, the kidnapper was none other than my current mom. That meant I had fallen in love with my own brother? God, how could I withstand that shock? Mr. Holland, my real dad, immediately helped me up.
Caitlin, take me to see her.
So we all went to my house. I was anxious with all the questions I wanted to ask my mom, but when I opened the door, all I could see was her triumph smirk.
Well, did you all have a touching reunion?
Mom, why did you do that?
Kidnapping you was not enough to satisfy my anger. So after 8 years, I went back to your fancy mansion to burn it down. I resent your mother. She must suffer.
Turns out, just because she was rejected by my dad in the past, she became blinded by jealousy that she plotted a whole revenge plan while using me as her pawn.
At first, I wanted to let your own daughter destroy your company, but it would be more fun to let her love her own brother.
I couldn't hold back anymore and screamed at her face. You are so cruel! Dad immediately stopped me and threw my fake mom a piece of paper. It was a plea bargain.
Because of you, my wife is paralyzed. You wasted your life getting revenge on us, but you didn't know that Edward and Caitlin aren't related by blood.
God, it was one shock after another. After I went missing, my parents were devastated. After being unable to find me for a long time, they had adopted Edward. My mom, no, Mrs. Grace, fell down on her knees. The endless time she spent on her revenge was all for naught. It was the most deserving ending for a selfish person like her to live alone for the rest of her life. Finally, I earned a life of freedom and peace. I was even allowed to learn the piano with my real parents' great support. I hope we'll always be happy together from now on.